Depression as treatable. A new way for this. Depression is commonplace and treatable. It can strike all and sundry at any age. Consulting together with your health practitioner or a certified intellectual health provider is the first-rate way to discover in case you suffering from depression and the sort of despair you is probably having. What is depression? Depression is a mental disorder where a person has a prolonged period of sadness, unhappiness, helplessness, hopelessness or worthlessness. These feelings often get worse over a period of time, causing a person to have feelings of self-doubt, severe despondency and dejection. Depression is an extremely common illness. There are approximately 350 million people living in the world today who are affected by it, and it is the leading cause for a visit to see a GP or doctor. Depression also has a stigma attached to it that people who suffer from it are weak, which leads to them not seeking treatment. Less than half of all of the people with depression are currently engaging in any kind of treatment for it. Long-lasting and moderate or severe depression can be a serious health condition. It can cause an affected person to suffer terribly, leading to problems with work, breakdowns in close relationships, and lead to poor physical health. The worst cases of depression can lead to a sufferer taking his or her own life. An estimated 1 million people worldwide every year commit suicide because of depression. The World Health Organization has reported that by the year 2020, depression will be the second biggest cause of premature death in the world. Heart disease will be the only illness or disease that causes more. A man or woman with depression can experience a few or a number of the following: feelings of unhappiness and emptiness. Half of all the people who die by suicide have a major depressive disorder. Feelings of hysteria. Experiencing restlessness or irritability. Losing interest in all or most sports. Problems with an urge for food which can result in weight gain or weight loss. Sleeping issues. Loss of hobby in intercourse. Low energy, which can include feeling worn out lots of the time. Difficulty with awareness or making selections. Feeling bad in the direction of oneself together with worthlessness or a moderate guilt. Feeling hopeless or helplessness. Crying spells. Increased use of alcohol or drug use so as to address depressed mood. Thoughts of demise, suicidal ideations. Many human beings won't have the attention that the underlying motive of the many above noted signs is depression. Therefore, they might not get the treatment they need. It is tough to treat something that one has not identified it yet. Over time, critical stages of depression that are not handled get worse and might lead to other fitness-associated troubles. It can even lead to suicide. There are distinctive sorts of despair, therefore, one person's treatment needs will differ from a person else. The maximum common remedies for scientific despair involve an aggregate of antidepressants and psychotherapy, talk therapy. Many experts inside the field trust that despair can involve imbalances in neurotransmitters, the chemical compounds inside the mind that affect nerve-cellular communication. Antidepressants are frequently prescribed to be able to correct these chemical imbalances. Psychotherapy can help with resolving or managing troubles that may make contributions to the patient's melancholy. Some patients who fail to reply to standard treatments for melancholy may need extra sources. In my counseling paintings with folks that suffer from melancholy, I regularly notice that they have an internal critic which continuously makes them feel discouraged, inadequate, and in lots of instances worthless. When the internal critic is the dominant voice interior a person, depression is in all likelihood to be a gift. Identifying the inner critic may be finished by encouraging patients to take note of their internal dialogues. Inner communication includes the way a person talks to herself or himself, and the first class of this communication can affect someone's temper. For instance, terrible exchanges that take vicinity inside a person's mind, which include, "I can by no means do something properly," or "I recognize I am going to lose my activity," could make the person experience insufficient and tense. Helping people to turn out to be aware of the emotional effect of their inner dialogues can help them to have extra emotional focus. There are many methods to work with terrible inner dialogues and painful emotions that accompany them. As a psychotherapist, I locate it helpful to discover one-of-a-kind remedy options in partnership with my customers. A collaborative method helps people in therapy to feel on top of things in their recovery from melancholy. Working with a certified mental fitness therapist to explore remedy alternatives for depression is a vital step in the direction of recuperation. I hope each person who is suffering from despair reaches out and receives the assistance they want. Thank you for stopping by your time to watch my video. If you liked, please subscribe to my channel and activate notifications because I will upload interesting videos every day. I wish you all the best.